I'm Tornn Poys,
And ItsXok.
and we talk pixels.
I want to talk about Skyrim Online.
You mean Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, that one.
All right. What about it?
Do, 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 do. I just think it's going to be a failure. I mean,
Or you just wake up one day. It's like, Elder Scrolls
it,
Online. It's not gonna work.
I saw it and I don't think it's going to work. I
Really?
mean,
Because I've played it and it's pretty solid. And
that
that was
was,
the beta version, so I mean, I didn't really see much.
yeah. But the thing is, the first of all, the market that they're going for, the MMO market.
MMO slash Elder Scrolls fan base. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars fans are going to play it no matter what.
Hey,
You
I was
know,
I was a Star Wars fan, and I didn't play it.
whatever, Tony.
Oh, it's probably because I was too young at the time.
The MMO genre right now isn't as big as it used to be, and right now it's not really what people want. The
What?
MMO market is highly flooded. You have like Terra, you have all these free MMOs, you have World of Warcraft, you have Guild Wars 2, right?
Are you gonna have to buy it to play it?
No, no, I'll get to that in a second because you'll be surprised.
All right, continue.
The only thing that's right now that's setting them apart is their lore and their combat system, but that's it.
Hmm. Yeah.
They're not gonna release it as a complete game because it's an MMO, so they think they can get away with sending out an incomplete
Hey, let's
game.
not make assumptions here, man.
No, that's what they're doing. That's standard MMO.
I've never played an MMO that was like unfinished.
All of them are like that.
How?
They all release unfinished. Like they still have work to do on it, but they release it because it's just presentable enough.
It's like Minecraft, right? They know they're gonna do more work on it, but they're like, hey, right now people can buy it and play it and have a lot of fun.
The MMO world's kind of different. It's not really refined. That's just the way that MMOs kind of present themselves. They're not the final product. They're almost the final product, and then they're gonna add on to the final product. This is
See,
kind of
but the way I see it is that it's never going to be a final product because there's always more stuff to add. I mean, even WoW is still like adding stuff.
they're not really setting themselves apart. You know,
Oh, okay, okay.
they're doing what everyone else is doing. My next point.
Hmm.
Do you know what their pay scheme is?
What?
They're gonna launch it at $60, and then every month you're gonna have to pay $15.
Okay, so pay every month. Pay per
So
month.
in the first 3 months to play the game, you're spending $100.
Okay, so that's $240 on the first year. That's well, the first month is pretty costly. DC Universe is free to play, but that game is really it almost borders on the edge of pay to win because there's only so much they can get for free, and there's so much more that you can get by paying.
I think they should have gone with the model scheme Guild Wars 2 did, which is you pay up front, right?
Hmm.
But then you don't get all the character slots you can get because you have to buy your character slots. There's
Uh,
certain things you can buy, but you get a decent amount of character slots. You get like 5.
oh
So
really? Five for what?
yeah, huh?
How much does it cost to get 5 character slots?
Oh, that's it comes with the game,
Oh, okay.
but you can add more. And then they always have DLC. So like the
Hmm.
original Guild Wars had like 3 DLC. I don't know.
So what I was
I
kind of bringing my point up is that if it is you buy the game and you pay per month, then there may not be that much that you have to buy as far as DLC wise in the first couple of months.
yeah yeah, but
Because
always
since you're already paying, they're probably just gonna let you have a lot of expansiveness.
yeah. So the thing is that the Xbox One and the PS4 aren't gonna have to pay a subscription fee, but the people on PC, where most of the MMO gamers are gonna be, do have to pay a subscription fee.
Oh, so if you're playing on console, then you don't have to pay per month.
No, because you're already paying the Sony and
Okay,
Microsoft.
okay, that makes sense. So it actually would be cheaper to play on the console if you
Yeah,
have the consoles.
yeah.
So so what's the quote that you wanted to bring up?
Polygon.com. It says, "We're building a game with the freedom to play alone or with your friends as much as you want," he said. "A game with meaningful and consistent content, one packed with hundreds of hours of gameplay that can be experienced right away, and one that will be supported with the premium customer support. Charging a flat monthly fee means that we will offer players the game we set out to make and the one that the fans want to play. Going with any other model meant we would have to make sacrifices and changes we weren't willing to make."
That doesn't sound like it's their downfall.
I think it is.
So they are cutting off some of their market, some of their audience because they're paying because it's pay per month. But I think the benefits of the people that are willing to pay for it is enough for them to get by at least in the first couple months. I've played the game and it is rather enjoyable. As I stated before, I don't like MMOs that much, but I do like the Elder Scrolls lore, and
Nice.
it felt comfortable for the amount of time that I got to play it, which wasn't that long. It was like 2 weekends worth of
Yeah.
playing. One other thing that I forgot to bring up there, they have a pretty strong voice acting cast. The guy who plays Mugen in Samurai Champloo and Spike in uh, Cowboy Bebop, he's a voice actor in it.
Personally, I think it'll flop, mainly because of the monthly subscription that I don't think people are willing to pay anymore. With today's everything, like how everything's the MMO world is, you don't really see monthly subscriptions anymore, unless it's an older title, like Eve or WoW. Not only that, I don't think it's as big as a genre as it was a couple years ago or a few years ago. I think that MMOs have really, dropped in popularity.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because the introduction of free to play, a lot more people have been getting into it, and a lot more games have been popping up because that sort of genre has been growing. So I
Has
think
it?
yeah. I mean, a long time ago, there's only a couple that I knew, and now there's Terra, there's Aeon, which has been there for a while, and it's just recently gone free to play.
I mean, in my experience with like the Xbox community and the PlayStation community and just like the online community,
Yeah.
like from Xbox, when Xbox Live first started, everyone was on their mic, everyone was talking. It was like a real like community. Like people talked, they made friends. Everyone had a mic, unlike Sony because they didn't give mics with theirs. So Xbox Live always had a better online culture from the start. But like when I went back after, becoming PC Master Race or whatever, without a master computer, but small details. I went back there and no one was using a mic. Hardly ever. It was pretty much what the Sony was online. Barely anyone used a mic. And it's really kind of changing how, people are playing now. I think that the trend being leaning towards co-op games,
Yeah.
like co-ops are like a really big thing because people don't want to play with random people anymore very much. They usually just want to play with their friends. Unless,
I can attest to that. Yeah. Screw strangers. I just want to play with my friends.
yeah. And it's just a different mentality than what it used to be.
Right.
And so I think that if
The
they
online
make it,
culture has changed since it began so
yeah.
many years ago.
And I think that this game would have been a hit if it was a co-op game instead of an MMO.
Yeah, that's an interesting opinion. I might have to agree with that. That does sound very enjoyable.
Yeah, because Cause could you imagine it being like even though Fable 3's co-op wasn't that great, could you imagine it being like that?
Hey, you know what? Fable 3 had a lot better multiplayer than Fable 2. Fable 3 multiplayer was amazing, and it was also a necessary in order to get all the secret weapons.
Yeah,
That's what
but
kind of
like
made it amazing.
I feel like if they went with the co-op, it would just be a hit, like Oblivion was.
Alright. I'm Tornn Poys,
And it's okay.
and we talk pixels.